Hey guys, welcome back to another episode with me. This is Brittany Botswana checking in, your motivational speaker, your mentor, your life coach. Guys, welcome back to another episode with me. I am so excited all the time. I'm always excited to be on this podcast, talking to you guys and, filling y'all up with some motivation, some inspiration, some self development to push you to that next level, to get you to where you need to go, to transform your mind, to transform your life, and just sharing the experiences that I've walked and I've helped other people walk or talked to other people who have walked that same path or that same journey. I'm always excited. I love pouring into you all each and every week that God blesses me to do so. So I'm so excited to be here. It is Sunday night here where I am in Georgia. It has been a great Sunday. Church was good, just being around all of my friends and my family at church, and it was amazing. So even this evening was good. Even when I spent time with my sons and my daughter, and we had a good fellowship and ate some good food, and I baked a cake, y'all. I baked a nice cake. So I just had a good weekend. We're getting ready to get back into the groove and the routine of school and work, and the break is over. So now we're about to get back into the same old routine that we've been in. And that was a nice vacation. It was a very good vacation to have some rest and some time to just do nothing, just to breathe and not to be in that hustle and bustle every day. So I'm so grateful and so thankful to be here and to give you another moment of motivation, another few minutes of your time to motivate you, to inspire you, and to encourage you. But I have a question for you tonight. This is what our podcast is going to be on tonight: is what does how to live a joy-filled life? How to live a joy-filled life. As I said just now, we're on break and we're getting ready to go back to our normal routines, going to work, going to school, getting on the bus, driving in all this heavy traffic, here in Atlanta, Georgia. Like, oh my goodness, we're back to the hustle and bustle again. But at the same time, how can we still enjoy our lives even when life is just going so much faster than we are? You know what I mean? How do we be able to live that joyful life when we have so many things that we need to get done? So many people are dependent on us. So many places we have to go. So many errands we have to run. Bills that we have to pay. The laundry need doing. And, our lawn care need to be taken care of. Like, how do we live a joy-filled life? And some of us don't even have, even if we have all those things going on, maybe that doesn't maybe your life doesn't look like that. Maybe you don't have a whole bunch of things going on at one time. And maybe you don't live in a fast city like me. Maybe you don't have to get your lawn care done every other week or every month or whatever. Maybe you're in a moment where you're depressed. Maybe you feel like you've lost all hope. Maybe you have been through a bad divorce or a bad breakup, or maybe there's some turmoil or some confusion and some tension between you and your parents, or you and a loved one, you and, your siblings. Maybe you're going through a difficult season right now where, your finances are kind of looking funny, or you don't know which way to go. Your career, you want to change your career, you just got a lot of things that you want to do, but it just seems like it's just weighing kind of heavy on you. But how are you able to continue to live this joy-filled life even when life is still going, even when things are still coming to you, and circumstances and setbacks and pain and things that are unfortunately just coming to us all the time? How are we able to continue to move forward? Or maybe if you are in a season where you haven't forgiven anyone, maybe you're still holding on to the past. Maybe you are, you still hurt from your childhood trauma, or, your sister's not talking to you, or, your mom hasn't been talking to you in a long time, or your father hasn't been talking to you in a long time. How are you able to live? How can we live a joy-filled life with so many things that are going on in the world today and even in our personal lives? Okay, so that's what we're going to get in today. And we're able to do that. I want to say that first and foremost. We are able to live a joy-filled life, even when life is, throwing so much to us, throwing bricks and rocks and cans and everything else, knives and stuff, people stabbing us in our back. We still able to live a joy-filled life. And one thing that I realized tonight, as before I came on to do this podcast, is that whenever I could be going through a lot of different things, I always find a way to smile. I always find a way to laugh and just still keep moving forward and keep pressing on. Even when I, have even seen depression, when depression has came upon me, or even anxiety has came upon me, or, self-doubt or confusion, I am able to say now, even with the new things that I've even faced, I know how to speak to that thing and speak life over it as well. That is one way we can live a joy-filled life as well. So we're going to go over some different points I want to give to y'all tonight about how to live a joy-filled life and what can you do to change and to feel more abundant, to feel more joyful, to feel more happy, to feel more at peace. Because joy-filled is not just walking around just laughing, right? Like when you think of joy, what do you think about? I know for me, I think about laughing and, just relaxing and on a beach and just having fun and just laughing until I'm crying. That's what I think about when I hear joy filled. But I want to tell you that joy it comes in so many different ways. People can have joy when they're at peace. They are so joyful because they have peace within. They don't have to be laughing. They don't have to be falling all out laughing and jumping up and down doing jumping jacks. They're just simply at joy because they are at peace. They're in peace with their lives. They're at peace with things that have came to pass. They're just at peace. Joyful can be like retirement. Joyful it can just come in so many different ways. You have money in the bank. You made it through that nasty divorce. Joy comes in so many different ways, shapes, and forms for everybody. Okay. So the first question is what does a joy-filled life looks like to you? Okay, what does that look like to you? Like I said, it can be you made it through that nasty divorce, you made it through that nasty breakup, or you made it to retirement. You have money overflowing in your account. You started that new business, or you got the healing that you needed, and you have reinvented your life. You have a new mindset. Transformation has came upon you, and you're transformed, and you're still growing. You know what I mean? So what does it look like to you? I want you to write that down in your journal. What does a joy-filled life looks like to me? And I want you to think about that. And I want you to pray about that as well, because God will begin to reveal to you the things that you'll need to be joyful, and not material things. What I mean is internal. When I say God, I'm not talking about tangible things, physical things. I'm talking about things within you, because that's where joy starts at first. Before you can get anything else that's around you, you got to be happy and joyful within before anything on the outside can come to you. So please keep that in mind as well. We're talking about internal, okay? Internal things. So number one, we're going to go through a couple different things that can help you to have this joy-filled life. So number one, you have to be happy with you. Okay, that's first and foremost. That's number one. You got to be happy with yourself. If you are not happy with yourself, nobody's going to be happy with you, and you're not going to be happy with nothing that's around you. So it doesn't matter how much success you get. It doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account. It doesn't matter how much you start many businesses, you have like multiple streams of income. If you get with a new man or a new woman, if you're not happy with yourself, then you're not going to be joyful. You're not going to have that joy that you want to have, or maybe you don't want it. Maybe you're trying to figure out how to live a joyful life, or maybe you ain't thinking about it. But in order for you to be happy and to be joyful, you have to be happy with you first. You have to be happy with the woman that looks back in the mirror and in the mirror at you every morning that you wake up. Every man that looks, the reflection that you see in the mirror of that man or that woman every morning that you wake up. You got to be happy with the person that is looking back at you. Okay, you got to be happy with yourself. I don't care what you do, how much makeup you put on, how much clothes you put on, how many fashion designers or whatever, nails and long hair and extensions, sew-ins, glue-ins, whatever. I don't care what it is. If you're not happy with you internally, Nothing can change that. Nothing can make you feel joyful because there's something within you that is making you not happy with yourself. Okay. And of course, if you're not happy with yourself, in order for you to really get this healing and this joy-filled life that you deserve, you got to keep it real with yourself. You got to be open with yourself. You got to let things out. You got to talk about things. You got to talk about your insecurities. You got to talk about your intimidations. You got to talk about your fears. You got to talk about your self-doubt. You got to talk about all of those things. You got to talk about the confusion, your past pain, your trauma, your childhood things that you went through. You got to talk about that because that's going to break you free from staying in bondage of not being happy with yourself. God didn't make you to be unhappy with you. He was happy when he made you. He said you was fearfully and wonderfully made. He was happy when he made you. So you have to be happy with yourself. Okay, so keep that in mind. You got to be happy with yourself. Number 2, do a search of the things that you enjoy the most. And that comes shortly after you begin to be happy with yourself. Okay. So think about the things that you like to do. Is it biking? Is it writing? Is it reading? Is it going to different restaurants? Is it traveling? Is it, I don't know, making tea, drinking coffee, or baking or cooking, whatever it is that you like, interior design, speaking, anything that brings you, you get lost in it. You feel like you just free, like there's no time, in it. Think about those things that you like to do. Do a search. Ask God, what is it that I like to do? Reveal to me what it is. Even if you don't know, or even if you have lost, the need or the interest in doing those things, start trying to take those things back. Start trying to take those baby steps in doing those things so that you can, start having more joy-filled moments, because that's what's going to bring you some joy and some happiness. You're being your authentic self. You walking in your authentic self. Okay. So do a search of the things that you like to do the most, because those things bring you a lot of joy. Like for me, podcasting, I absolutely love doing podcasting. So it brings me joy. It brings me joy to help others. It brings me joy to do these messages and get them out. Like it brings me so much joy to just talk about things that can push people to the next level. And it's also helping me too. So I love it. I enjoy it. Okay. So whatever it is that you enjoy doing and you love doing, that's going to help you to live a more joy-filled life, because you're walking in your purpose. You walking in what God has made you to be. Okay. So do a search on the things that you enjoy the most. All right. Number 3, consider your surroundings. Consider your surroundings. Like maybe you are in a surrounding or an environment where it's just too much drama, too much chaos, too much, things that's going on that you're not comfortable with. You may not like your neighborhood either. Now, and I'm not telling you to just get up and move, Lord. I'm not telling you that. Your surroundings could also be, your friends. Or you may be in a relationship with someone and you've been thinking about, how in the world can I get out of this bad, toxic relationship? Okay, so consider your surroundings and start making preparations to get out of those surroundings. Start making preparations to change your environment, to change your friendships if you feel the need to do so. And you'll know if somebody is good or healthy for you or not, because you will be surprised how your environment can affect your emotions, your spirit, your physical health, your finances. Your people that you talk to, your environment can change and turn that whole thing around. And it don't have to be multiple people. It can be one person. It's so crucial and so imperative that we always think about our environment, because you become the company you keep. You can also be hanging around people who are always complaining, who's always sad, who's always upset about something, always cussing, always ready to go off on somebody. That's not a joy-filled life. And I'm not telling you that you're never going to be upset. You're never going to have moments where you're mad. No, this episode is not about never being upset. This episode is how to live a joy-filled life, meaning even when you get upset, you know how to Stay grounded and turn right back around and pivot and go back to your joy-filled life. Because you're going to have moments, of course, when you're upset, sad, you're going to have that. But you're going to always remember your why. You're going to always remember what matters the most, okay? And a cheerful heart is good for the soul. A smile is good for the soul. And it's not only good for your soul, it's good for others too. When you live a joy-filled life, considering your surroundings, yes, but when you walk into certain places, when you walk into certain environments, when you smile, your smile lights up the room. Your presence lights up the room. Your voice touches souls and ears and hearts and eyes of others that needs to hear your voice. So when you're in the moment, when you're now being transformed and living this joy-filled life, it affects other people in such a positive way. Such a positive way. So also think about that. Your smile matters. Your presence matter. Okay? So get in tune with, who you're around and what that looks like to you. What do you need to change? Okay. So I said that was number 3, considering your surroundings. Number 4, forgive those who've wronged you. Forgiving those people who have wronged you, you are taking back your power. You are taking back the control. And when I say control, not you controlling other people, but more so of you, yourself. You're not allowing your emotions to just take over and be all upset at a person who's hurt you 15 years ago. He who angers you controls you. So you taking back your power. You taking back what the enemy is giving, has taken away from you, that's stolen from you. You got to forgive those who wronged you, because when you don't forgive, you hold yourself in bondage. You hold yourself back from being the greatest version of yourself, the better version of yourself. Okay, so forgiving those people who wronged you is freeing you. You can smile more. You can, you're loving, you're bubbly, you're doing your thing. You like, Lord, I thank you. Thank you for helping me to forgive those people. Sometimes it takes God himself to help you. For those who've wronged you, you're not stuck in bondage. You're not a toxic individual. You're not, you hurt people. You don't want to be out here hurting people. So forgive those people who have wronged you. And that's key. That's key, because you want to be able to have a nice, meaningful marriage one day. You want to have meaningful relationships one day. You want to be a happy person where people are like loving to be around you. But you can't be that way and you holding on to old things, okay? And even when it's time to get into purpose, even when it's time for you to grow and even check in on your wellness, as we talked about in the previous podcast, is that you got to let those things go. When you focus on your wellness, you're able to even live a better, most joyful life. And wellness, being forgiving people, that is a part of your wellness. Okay, that's a part of your wellness. And I've read in books before that when you don't forgive other people, it causes wear and tear on your body, on your physical health. So you don't want those things. You don't want high blood pressure. You don't want to age and look older than what you are and have heart disease and all these things. Forgive them. Forgive them. Number 5, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the things that you've done. If you may not be happy with some of the choices that you've made in the last couple of years, you may not be happy with, the way your life is going because of your decisions, or because of ignoring the red flags in the relationships, because of the financial debt that you put yourself in. You didn't know how to spend your money. Forgive yourself. That's a part of loving you. That's a part of your wellness. That's a part of making peace with your past. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Let it go. If you have to cry, scream, write it down, go to therapy, go outside, burn it up on a piece of paper, whatever you need to do, do it. Release it today. Release it and say, I forgive me. I forgive me, and I'm going to get everything that God has for me. I forgive myself. I love me, and I will not do this to myself again. If you got to speak to yourself like that sometimes, that is a commanding your life, commanding your day, affirming yourself, and speaking positivity over your life every single day. Every single day. So forgive yourself, because when you hold on to those things that you have done and you meditate on, oh, I should have did this. Oh, I didn't do this. Oh, I should have this. Oh, I didn't. You're not going anywhere. You're staying stuck in the past. And you're going to be so angry with yourself. And then that comes out even when you don't forgive other people as well. These go hand in hand. That comes out on the people who care about you. This is how you begin to push people away who truly care about you, who truly love you. So you got to be very mindful of how you are with yourself. Forgive yourself. Let it go. Because that's going to spill out onto other people, and that's not going to be healthy for you. You want to have healthy relationships. Okay. You want to have healthy relationships. And number 6, take out time for yourself. Take out time for yourself and have those self-care days. Get pampered, take yourself out to eat. This is part of living this joy-filled life. Do things that you like to do for fun. Whatever it is that you like to do, consider those things and do them. Take out that time for yourself every day, whether it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, taking a walk, watching a favorite show for 10 minutes, whatever it is. Take out that time for yourself because, again, you'll find yourself laughing. You'll find yourself looking forward to that, looking forward to your me time. Always take time for you. All right. And last but not least, number 7, let go of the hurt. Let go of all the things that happened to you in your past. Let go of all of the chaos, the confusion, the depression, the letdown, the rejection, the breakup, the divorce, the infidelity. Just let it go. Just let it go. It is not worth holding on to. It's not. You know what happened. I've been seeing something on TikTok. I can't really say it word for word, but it was more of like I got hurt, I learned a lesson, and now I'm healed. It's something along that line. Best thing ever. And that's what you have to tell yourself. I got hurt, I learned a lesson, and now I'm healing. Because the greatest thing that you can get out of your hurt is the lesson. The greatest thing you can get out of your setback and that pain and all that stuff that you went through is the lesson. Let it go so that you can live a joyful life. Let it go so you can make memories, better memories with your children, so you can laugh and talk and, take those flights and, hang out with your friends and going to tea, going to coffee and building, an empire, creating generational wealth like that. Let it go. We can't. Let it go. Let it go. Don't pick it back up. Put it down. Release it. Let it go. And sometimes it takes time. You have to work at it. I want to make sure I say that, in my podcast is nothing comes quickly. Nothing comes fast. It takes time. Greatness takes time. Okay, your greatness. That's why it took you so long when your mom had you 9 months before you can get here. It was a process in your mother's belly. It takes time to let go of the hurt. You're not going to just let it go today. As soon as you hear this podcast, you start thinking, you start reviewing your notes. It's not going to go away today. It's going to take some time. So if I can tell you anything, if I can leave you with anything tonight and how to live a joy-filled life, I want to tell you to be gentle with yourself, to give yourself some grace. Maybe you have not lived a joyful life and you might be desperately wanting to live that life. Maybe you used to live one and it just slipped away. Maybe you're sitting and waddling in some depression right now. Maybe you're sitting in self-doubt and rejection right now. You want to know, how can you get up? I want to tell you, you can get up. For sure you can. But you gotta just take it easy with yourself. And don't rush the process. Trust the process. Take it one day at a time. Each and every day, put forth the effort on your healing. Put forth the effort to live a joyful life. You're not going to be living it in the next 5 minutes. It's going to take it's going to take some time to work at it. It's a process. Living a joyful life is worth having. So you got to fight to have it. You got to work at it every day. You got to be determined. You got to have that discipline every day. And it will come to you. Okay. So I pray that this message has been a good one for you. I pray that you're able to consider living that joyful life that you should live. Like we said, number one, let's go through them really quick. Number one, be happy with you. Number two, do a search of the things you enjoy the most. Number three, consider your surroundings. Number four, forgive those who have wronged you. Number five, forgive yourself. Number six, take out the time for yourself. And number seven, let go of the hurt. Let go of the hurt, let go of the shame, let go of the guilt, let go of all of that. Forgive yourself and start moving forward to a joy-filled life, because you can do all things through Jesus Christ who strengthens you. I pray this message has been amazing to you. I pray it has motivated you, inspired you, and encouraged you to get up today to start living a joy-filled life. This is your season. This is your season where you are about to win. You are right here, right now on the right podcast, getting all the tools and the essentials you need to get to your next level. Greater is waiting. Greater is in you, because greatness made you. So keep striving to be the best version of yourself. Keep striving for greatness. Keep striving and working on yourself every single day, because it's always you against you. Don't give up. Keep grinding. Keep striving for your best version of yourself. I love you, and I will talk to you later.